I apologize in advance for the sound of the fan that is behind me. It is 12:49 on Saturday. My bad. I was supposed to put this video up before midnight tonight, and that didn't happen, and I apologize. This is going to be the book review for Altogether Dead, which is the next installment in the Sookie Stackhouse novels by Charlaine Harris. Here's the cover of the book. So let's start out with a summary like we usually do. This whole book is about a vampire summit that takes place in Rhodes, Michigan. The summit is held, I guess, annually, maybe not annually, I don't quite remember from the book. You'd have to read and find out. But it's all of the kings, the queens, and selected underlings from the different territories. Not all of the territories, but some of the selected territories across the United States. The summit is held for many different reasons. It has, you have a convention fair, you have a fair where you promote different things that you're inventing that are going to help the vampire world. They talk about retractable fangs in here, replacement fangs and things like that, so it's cool. It's like an actual conference, except it's called a summit. There's a couple differences. This takes place after Katrina hits Louisiana, so since Sophie Ann is the queen of Louisiana and is located in New Orleans, the author Charlaine Harris incorporates that and the tragedy and its effects into the book. Sophie Ann can only take a couple of her vampires, and Sookie as well, so not all vampires. Takes her vampires, her lawyer, his niece, a lawyer for her, which I'll explain in a second, and Sookie to the summit to help in any way that they can. See, Sophie Ann is being charged with the murder of her husband, Peter, whom I mistakenly said was the king of Mississippi in my last book review, and he's not. He is the king of Arkansas. So I'm going to go back and bleep out my mouth and put out a little, not bleep it out, but you know what I mean, put a little annotation there a little later. They stay at the Giza Hotel after flying the Anubis Airlines, and there's a beautiful view. There's a human floor, and then all the other floors are for different vampires, a whole bunch of different suites. It goes into discussion there. They meet up with the King of Dallas, who we met in the second book, and Barry the Bellboy, who you also met in the second book. He and Sookie have an adventure all on their own. What ends up occurring is there's a lot of murders happen, and Sookie's trying to help find out what's going on to help clear the Queen Sophie Ann's name. So you see a lot of that going down, and it's really filled with a lot. You have Sookie and Quinn's relationship on the rocks. You have, I guess, uneven ground between Sookie and all the other vampires she meets at this place. Arkansas is going crazy. People are dying left and right vampires from Arkansas are dying left and right. Sophie Ann is being charged for their murder. It's a lot. It's a lot to go around, but the one thing I didn't really particularly enjoy about this book is, unlike Charlaine Harris's other books, this book was a little predictable. I was able to tell what was going to happen about 3/4 of the way, between half and 3/4 of the way through the book. I knew how it was, not exactly how it was going to end, but what events were going to occur. I mean, it keeps you guessing, so you're not like 100% sure, but you know. So the predictability of this book brings it from the 4.5 stars I would give in it if it weren't predictable down to 3.5. So depending on your preference, this is like a 3.5 out of 5 for me, but only because of the predictability. There's a lot of drama, there are explosions, there are murders, there's mystery and intrigue, and a lot of that is actually pretty cool. Little things here and there occur. For those of you who love Jason, he gets married. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not an important part of the book, but it's in here. There's some little side stories like that, which I guess are in here for tell, but you never know. So that having been said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I suggest you pick it up. There will be a link in the doobly-doo, which is now the underbar, for where to purchase it. And the next book I'm going to be reviewing is going to be Fight Club. I'm in the middle of Fool, so maybe if I'm done with that, that'll occur. Fight Club will go up next Friday. So I'll see you guys then. The update video will be up sometime this weekend. It's the holiday weekend, so we'll see how and when that goes up. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you this weekend. Have a fun weekend too, by the way. Enjoy your holiday.